What's up, YTPC? Uncle Willie coming to you from the coop on this fine Monday afternoon. I was just thinking, I know that's dangerous. The new warp line, the Haunting, which is not really a new line, just prepared in a new format. The original Haunting, and now what I was thinking is Halloween month, the Haunting. Maybe that's why they did the release. Makes sense. Marketing is everything. They don't consider this a small batch, but however, it is a smaller batch than the small batch that they claim to be small batches. So we did that video last week, so we're not going to get into that aspect of this release, but I will tell you the amount that was released. This release was from October of 2020. So it's got 3 years on it. I smoked that earlier in my Rattray's Devil's Cut little barrel shaped poker. And it was good. The Haunting is good. It's Virginia's and AA Criollo from the Dominican. So they released the Haunting in 2023, but this says August. August is the 8th month. They just released it in the 10th month. How they date their stuff, I don't know. They had it and then they just like, well, we'll make up these and just put them over here. And after we go through these other small batches, we'll bring this one out. It's all marketing and all gimmick and all BS. But however, I was talking to SoCal Piper, Israel, and I'm going to give him credit or either blame it on him for me purchasing. I only got two tins. And I won't say I blame it on him. I'll give him credit. I'm glad I got them. I think I need 2 other tins of Warp Tobacco to have their whole line. I think they have 9. This makes number 9 because this is ribbon cut. This is a cake. Both identical. According to the tin, everything on each tin is identical, word for word. So, I did a video and I smoked through the first bowl of the Haunting. I didn't like the video, so I redid it. And now I am smoking the cake. And upon opening the Haunting cake, my first thought, it's sour, but my first thought was Haunted Bookshop cake. Well, the difference is Haunted Bookshop has burley and no cigar leaf, where this has no burley, but it's cigar leaf. So I don't know if it's maybe the same Virginia blend in this and the Haunted Bookshop, but they have a similar aroma from the tin note. This, now the one word is changed. If you read it on the website, it says a rich aroma. This one says a luxurious aroma, heady and vibrant, envelops you. Dark sweetness laced with tones of leather, subtle spice rises from a gentle illuminating the surrounding darkness. As the cold wanes, the fragrance lingers, its phantom tendrils curling, beckoning you further into the deepening shadows. It sounds like it should be a haunting for sure from the description. Over here it says, finest Virginia leaf, AA Criollo. Finest Virginia leaf, AA Criollo. Criollo, I don't know if I told you this in this video, but it's a milder cigar leaf compared to Maduro, Oscuro, stalk cut. It's closer between a sun-grown and a Connecticut. If you put something in between that realm, that would be more of a Criollo. It's good tobacco. I have to say that. I mean, it is good. The first bowl of the older stuff, it wanted to bite me a little bit. So I've learned a trick. When I'm smoking Virginias and they want to bite me, I'll put the pipe down and just let it sit for like 15 or 20 minutes and then go back and relight it. And usually the bitiness in it calm down and it doesn't bite me as bad, where I can finish smoking it. And that worked out with the first bowl. This one hasn't started trying to bite me. Moisture level is perfect. Requires no drying time. If you were a dry-in person, you don't really need to dry this. It stays lit. With it being such a new blend, it's a little sharper than the original Haunting. Because, I mean, if you take a Virginia and let it sit for 3 years, it's going to mellow out some. I won't say that it gets better, and I won't say that it gets worse, but it will mellow it out. The better or worse part would depend on you, because your mileage may vary from what I consider better or worse. I can hear a little gurgle, so I know it's got some moisture in it. The first one I smoked, the 2020, it did not gurgle, which it was a reverse calabash bowl. So it's a bigger chamber for it to collect the moisture and not to sit at the bottom. This is a dry system, sort of like a Peterson, and it's got a chamber so the moisture can build up in it. So it's like the Peterson. It was designed to gurgle. This had a P-lip on it, but I had Boswell's make me a new stem put on it. I thought the blue looked really good with this brown rusticated. A squirrel over there barking. The birds drop bird seed. He sits there and eats it, and he's barking at them, telling them he needs some more. So let's see if we can get rid of that little bit of moisture. So like I said, it burns good. It's a little sharper because it being fresher. The 10 note, this isn't as sour, which this is 3 years old. but it's got the same aroma, just that this is a little mellower. Same way if you were to take a brownie, one that was made yesterday and one that was made today, that's the difference in the aroma. They both smell good, but of course the fresher one's gonna have the more cocoa smell than what the one from yesterday. And it's funny how much one day would change. This is a ribbon cut. Very nice. I keep forgetting. I'll go back and put this in the flat on the jar, the box of jars or whatever. And it's on the bottom, so I'll put it back in there and forget about it again until somebody brings up something about warped or whatever. Like I say, I got all of them. There's 9 of them in the series. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. The first release, it says fall 2020. And of course, I showed you it was from 2020. This first release is out of stock. I don't see it coming back. And it says that it was 5,000 tins made. And they didn't advertise it as a limited edition or a small batch or anything like that. The same with this. They didn't advertise this as a small batch. They just released it and said, here's a new warped line, The Haunting. It's in cake form. But this, however, is only 3,200 tins. So it is a smaller batch than what the original release was, but they're not considered small batch or limited edition. But when they're gone, they're gone. I don't see The Haunting from 2020 coming back, or they would have already put more of it in production to have it a regular release like other Cornell and Deal and any other blender. They would already have it out into their regular release. But with this being a my neighbor walks up down the street every day, almost every day. He's from down the road there. Anyway, they have 9 lines. The other recent one was the Midsummer. I'm not crazy about that. I will keep one of the tins unopened. I bought 3 tins of it and I smoked into one. I ate 2 bowls out of it. I got 2 more tins that are unopened. I'm going to give one away to a buddy of mine, and I'm going to keep one so that way I'll have the whole line of the warped. Like I said, there's 9 of them, I do believe, and I think there's only 2 that I'm missing that will complete the whole series. Luckily, I have The Haunting from 2020 unopened because it's out of stock, and it just says currently out of stock, but it's been currently out of stock for quite a while. So I don't see it coming back. So anyway, that's what I know, that's what I hear, that's what I say, that's what I see. But I did have a little mail call on Saturday, and I'd like to share that with you also. I had got a sample of Navy Flake from Dave, a puny pipe man. rest his soul. He's no longer with us. He passed just a few months back. And he had sent me a sample of the Navy Flake, and it says Choice Virginia's blended with Latakia. And I liked it. He sent me enough for like 2 bowls. And I kind of liked it, but I didn't want to go out of my way and get, so I kept waiting. And finally I decided to make an order, and it was available, so I grabbed a 10. And this came on Saturday, along with this. I grabbed this just because they had it. I don't need it, but I grabbed it just because they had it. And it was only $1.10 per customer. $1.10 per order. Not per customer, per order. You got to watch how they word things, because that means you could have made, if you wanted to pay the shipping, or if you had worked it out where you got free shipping, you could have ordered this in an order, made that order, then made another order, got another 10. They've got 4 left. It's pipes and cigars. And it's not a bad price. It's only $12.99 for this or this. So I got that just because they had it. They had 5 in stock, limit 1 per order. So I ordered that, this, this. And I also grabbed the website. I'm gonna have to do the gram ratio to ounces and see. It says that it's 17 point something ounces, which means that's 1 pound, 1 ounce. It feels pretty heavy. But what I liked about this is it's all flake. There's no broken flake. It's all flake. Where when I bought a ½ pound of this dark flake unscented, so there's no Lakeland. I bought the bulk dark flake unscented. It was broken. It was not flake. Even the biggest pieces of flake were broken. And then it was just like somebody had put it through the mill. They advertised that in a bag. So I was expecting broken flake, just getting a pound of tobacco, broken flake. Well, they shipped it in a box, which it's all flake, not broken. So I'll be putting that in a jar, and I'll also let you know if any of it is actually broken. It doesn't appear to be. I haven't opened it yet, but it doesn't appear to be a broken flake like it is in bulk. But they don't sell that by the tin. It's either bulk or by the pound. I guess 500 grams, I have to do that. I think there's 32 grams in an ounce. Is it 32 grams in an ounce or 32 grams in a, it'd have to be an ounce. Yeah, 32. I used to know that stuff back in the day when I used to measure out stuff. So I have babbled on long enough. Sorry to bend your ear this long, but that's just stuff that I was thinking and talking about and whatever. So I'm gonna end it here. Go enjoy the rest of this. I think I'm gonna have some burgers on the grill, some smash burgers. So remember, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And with that being said, until next time, you know what to do. Stuff them and puff them.